Your mind is not just a place where you think. It shapes your whole life. Hello, dear ones. Today, I want to talk to you about the hidden power of your mind and how it quietly changes everything. So come sit with me for a few minutes. Here's what I mean by the hidden power of your mind. It shapes your whole life. It shapes what you notice. It quietly decides what you expect and what you reach for. And most of us were never taught how to use it on purpose. So we just let it run on its own. Maybe you feel a little stuck right now. Maybe the house got quiet, or the work that defined you slowed down, and a small voice keeps asking, is this all there is? I've been there too. And I want you to know that feeling is not the end of your story. It is the place where this hidden power begins. I'm a composer, an author, and a pianist, but really, I am someone who learned the hard way how strong the mind can be. So today, I want to walk you through a few simple truths about your mind. You do not need to keep all of them. Take the ones that speak to you and leave the rest. Each one stands on its own. Let's begin. Here's the first truth. Your mind is always sending out a signal. All day long, you are putting something into the field around you. Think of it like a mirror. Whatever you feel inside, the world tends to reflect it back to you. When you feel grateful and open, life often meets you there. When you feel angry or afraid or sure that nothing will work out, the world hears that too. The universe is neutral. It does not argue with you. It simply says, okay, if that's what you believe, then that's what we'll give you. Now, this is not about blame. It's about noticing. Most of us are sending out a signal we never actually chose. We do it without even knowing. So here's the good news. The moment you change the signal, the reflection starts to change too. You're not stuck with the old one. And here's the second truth. You can choose your thoughts. I know what a lot of you are thinking. And I can't control my mind. It does what it wants. I hear this all the time. And I will tell you gently that it's not true. You can learn how. It is a skill. Let me show you why this matters. When a negative thought pops, immediately ask yourself a question. What if the opposite were true? When you think a new thought, you make a different choice. When you make a different choice, you have a different experience. That gives you a different feeling. And little by little, that changes everything. I'll be honest with you, this takes practice. I have played the piano my whole life. I still practice every single day. And if I miss one day, I can feel it. If I miss 2 days, my husband feels it. If I miss a week, you're going to notice. Your mind works the same way. It looks for answers to your questions. So ask yourself better questions. A new way of thinking is not your personality. It's a skill you build one day at a time. And here's the third truth. And this one is close to my heart. Knowing better has never changed anyone. You can read every self-help book. You can underline every line, and still nothing changes. Why? Because you cannot think your way into a new life. Let me show you with something simple. Here's a flat piece of paper. If I drop it, it falls. Every time. But watch. If I fold it with understanding into an airplane, something changes. and it doesn't fall, it flies. Your mind works the same way. The knowledge is folding the paper, but the feeling is the push that makes it fly. Think of it like this. If your belief is the car, your emotions are the fuel. You can believe a better life is possible, but if you only believe it in your head, you go nowhere. The real change comes when you feel it in your body, as if it were already true. And by the way, if you're feeling stuck and you just want to start manifesting the life you want, I made a free guided meditation you can try right now. And it's linked below, no cost. The fourth truth, you can imagine your desired reality. This one is very personal. The strongest thing I ever used was my own imagination. When I was 16, I was in a terrible car wreck. It crushed my C1 vertebra, the atlas that connects the spine to the skull. It's generally not survivable. The doctors wanted to insert a metal rod down my spine and screw a metal halo into my skull. I refused surgery. For hours every day, I lay in bed in a brace. I could not move. The tears would roll down my cheeks and fill my ears. Really irritating when you can't lift your arms to dry them. So I did the only thing I could. I left. Not with my body, but with my mind. I went into a future I built in my imagination. I saw myself on a stage singing and dancing. It was so real. I could smell the sweat of my dance partner. I could feel the heat of the spotlights on my face. And while I was in that future, I did not feel the pain. Then something would pull me back and the pain would return. But here's what I noticed. Each time I came back, the pain was a little less. And the time after that, it was less again. What I believe is this. What we project into this life is what gets mirrored back to us. About 2 years later, I was cast singing and dancing in the palace show at Six Flags, the same show I had seen in my projected future. I'm telling you my story, not as advice. I'm sharing it as my own experience to show you how a powerful, clear, felt picture can be. And here's the fifth truth. The voice in your head, it's not always yours. Think about it for a moment. So much of what we tell ourselves came from a long time ago. What did we learn to believe about ourselves as children? What words were spoken over us that were not even true? I'm not enough. I'm too much. It's too late for me. Those are old recordings, and most of them were handed to you by someone else. But here's the good news. You're an adult now. You can finally look at those old recordings with new eyes. You can choose differently. What once felt like a permanent flaw is really just a story. And a story is something you can look at honestly and rewrite. So here's something to try this week. Catch one old recording and gently record a truer one over it. Put the memory into a broader context and forgive the flawed adults that created the memory. Then explain to your inner child that things have changed and that is no longer true. Now I am strong and capable. And here's the sixth truth. You are part of something much bigger than yourself. Let me paint you a picture. Think of a single wave on the ocean. It rises up, it carries surfers forward, and then it falls back down. Now let me ask you something. Was that wave ever truly separate from the ocean? Of course not. And we're the exact same. underneath your name, underneath all your worries, you're connected to something greater. I like to call it the source of all creativity. For me, it feels like home. And here's what I want you to know. This is not just for artists or mystics. It's a deep well of calm and creativity and quiet guidance. It's inside you right now, and you can learn to reach it. Decide to honor your soul with 10 minutes of deep breaths and inner focus, especially in the moments when life feels loudest. And here's the seventh truth. The life you're living right now is not the whole song. A life well lived has many chapters, and it's important to follow your passion till it reaches its full potential. When it begins to fade, turn the page. I started teaching private piano lessons at age 14. I was a piano prodigy and had Schumann's Piano Concerto in A minor ready to perform with an orchestra. Then an explosion of pain and my neck was broken. Had I continued on that path, I would have been performing someone else's music my entire life. It forced me to go within, and I found my power. I found my passion to compose. I redirected. I turned tragedy into opportunity and new purpose. We all came here with a seed. We all came here with a purpose. For me, everything changed the day I stopped playing someone else's song and I started to compose my own. Now I get up early just to create. So please hear me. Your current chapter is not the final note. There's so much more music inside you. So let me bring this home. The hidden power was never somewhere out there. It's the mind you carry with you everywhere you go. And the smallest shift in what you think and what you feel can begin to change everything. If you want to reinvent yourself and finally manifest the life you actually want, my book, Symphony of Self, Compose Your Life, walks you through all of it. 15 chapters, each with its own guided meditation that I composed for you to the specific frequencies and rhythms to emotionally incorporate the teachings of each chapter. Go start with chapter 1 in the link below. I hope you'll join me on this journey. Thank you for sitting with me today, dear ones, and bless you all.